Hi guys, I'm Miss Oberly. I'm a math teacher at Walsh, and I also do the after-school track and cross-country clubs. And today we are going to be going on a mindfulness walk. Mindfulness means being present in the moment and noticing the things that are around you. So paying attention to things that you might not notice when you're just in your thoughts. I came to a forest in my town to do this walk, but you can definitely do this around your neighborhood or even around your house if you're inside. Before we begin with the walk, I think we should start by taking 3 deep breaths. So I usually like to put one hand on my belly and one hand on my chest so that I can feel my belly expanding and my chest rising. So we're going to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouths. In through our nose and out through our mouths. Last one, let's make it our deepest breath. In through our nose and out through our mouths. The first step on our mindfulness walk is to really look around and to pay attention. So as I'm walking, there aren't very many rocks or sticks here, but I'm paying attention to where I'm putting my feet. And we can go kind of slow because our whole goal is just to be present and to notice. We're not racing here. I'm also looking at the shadows here. So noticing how the sun comes in through the trees and through the leaves and forms these shadows on the ground. I'm looking around and I'm looking up at the treetops. Sometimes we don't really take time to look up. So I'm noticing right now we don't have that many leaves yet, but I can see kind of some buds coming in at the top of the trees. I'm looking at the cloud formations, and I'm really just looking around to take everything in. So once you've looked around and looked down and looked up and looked everywhere, I want you guys to pause when you see something interesting. So I've paused next to this tree. I think this like kind of squiggling stick is really interesting, the way it wraps around. And that's not something that I would usually notice as I'm just walking. And I'm noticing how these leaves are just being formed, these little baby leaves. I'm seeing how there's this red color where they're appearing, and the green is kind of breaking through that. So I'm just gonna spend a minute here noticing how interesting this tree is and really appreciating all of those small details that I wouldn't always notice. I'm seeing also a spider web. I don't know if that'll show up on the video, but there's a spider web over there. That's pretty intricate, how the bark is falling off. Once you've spent some time looking around and finding things that are interesting, we're going to pay attention and really listen to the sounds around us. So I'm hearing some birds chirping, and I also hear them rustling in the leaves. I hear what sounds like cars around. I'm hearing some leaves rustling as they're blowing on the ground. So in this moment, let's try to think about and pay attention to all of the different sounds that we're hearing. So try to even count all of the different sounds. I'm hearing a bunch of different birds, and it's kind of hard to tell which one is one, but I'm hearing maybe like 5 or so birds, and the sound of cars and the leaves. So I can hear almost like 10 separate noises right now. Now we're gonna pay attention to what we're feeling. So right now I'm feeling a gentle wind on my face, and I'm feeling the sunshine kind of warming up my head. And I'm gonna kind of touch this tree, making sure that I'm being gentle and not hurting it. and just noticing how this bark feels. This bark feels pretty dry, but kind of soft in my hand. I'm feeling this grass, which is a little bit tickly. So thinking about things that you're touching or things that you're feeling, like the wind or the sun. Right now we're just paying attention to what we're feeling. So now we're gonna pause and focus on what we can smell. So it's a little bit chilly today, so when I breathe in, I'm noticing kind of the crisp, cold smell, and I know that's not really a scent, but it's just how the air smells to me, is a little bit cold. And we're also in kind of a muddy area where it smells kind of like things are rotting and decomposing a little bit, so it has that bit of a marshy smell. You might be somewhere with flowers where you can smell that smell. So right now we're just noticing our final sense on this walk. What do you smell when you breathe in, and what do you smell? Does that change when you get closer to a tree or a certain flower? So you can go on as long of a walk as you'd like, but when you're done, I'd like you to think about, what did you notice on your walk that you might not usually notice? And how did you feel after your walk? And how can you incorporate some of these mindfulness techniques throughout the day when you're not specifically doing a mindfulness walk? Thanks for watching.